people, Snow Crash here, back on the Hypermind server, and if we get back so I can see things, we're in the tunnel, and yeah, the rail goes to nowhere, and this bit isn't finished, but we're almost done. That end is a little bit more complete, but what I want to do first is tidy all this up, get this pretty much finished, and come back shortly after I've gotten a little bit of boring progress done and maybe run through the actual cart system. We did a little bit of that on the last episode, how we dispense the carts, but we also need to show you a nice flush method of collecting the cart. So when you get to one end, the cart just, gets destroyed and all that stuff and recycles it, etc. So I'm going to get some of this aesthetic stuff out of the way, putting down black wool, get these ramps done, come back, and maybe we'll do a bit of that, and I don't know, you might learn something. See you soon, guys. All right, people, we have an emergency here. We have a botanical problem. Aha, this'll do. Over here. I've only got one cactus left in all my everything storage. I need more because we've got to break some minecarts using this cactus. No, using its babies. This cactus will make cactuses cacti. And let's here have some nice torch warmth. Grow, little cactus. Grow. We twerk and the cactus grows. Anyway, that'll grow. I'll get more cactus and we'll get back on with this job. All right, and grow, little cactus. Come on, I need more. Biting me. I need more. Grow more. Full inventory. Okay, I've just been clearing out all this area, making it even a little bit bigger here. So you know from the last episode we had our double pulse clock thing. All I've done is move the button. It was on this block here. I've just moved it over to here. And yeah, it sounds like it's still working because I got a feeling this is going to interfere with things when I start to put all this mechanism in here. So let's get on with the task of getting the cart recycle collection breaking thing. My cactus, I've got a piece of cactus. I think my cactus is probably growing just fine out here. Let's have a quick look. Yep. Why is there an egg? Let's not talk about. So what happened was there was a prank, and this was months ago. Someone put chickens, like I didn't even know where they were, and I'd be walking around and there's just like eggs lying on the ground, and I thought someone had like gone down to bedrock and done a dispenser up through the ground trick. We've seen it as Humovoid's done it to Zombie Cleo, and I couldn't work out where all these frickin' eggs were coming from, and it was just chickens strategically placed around my citadel, and there's still some up there, like pooping out their eggs onto my grass. Anyway, it's all good. It's all fun. All right, so if we come back over to here and get on with this task, so what we need is we're going to collect. I just heard a spider. Where is it? All right, let's not worry about spiders. Where we collect the carts is a bit lower than here, and we're going to bring them around with some hoppers. But to get them back up to this dispenser, we're going to put a couple of upward-facing droppers, and that should do the trick. All right, next we need our hoppers, and we'll face one into there, one into there, one into there. I think another one here. And doing redstone while recording is fun. Doing redstone and mechanisms while recording is even more fun. So we've got that in place, and we are going to need to trigger all three of these dispensers, which shouldn't be that hard if we put let's just get some iron blocks here so we can see. And we're going to need some dust, and that should double fire that, all three of those guys. Okay, it sounded like it was happening, but what we can do here, we can throw a couple of blocks in there, come up here. Now, that should have sent it down to the bottom dropper. It has. All right, that's always a positive sign. And if we come over here, press it, and another one, there we go. Good, that's working. All right, now, next what we've got to do is get some sand and our cactus like that. And you're probably wondering, how is this going to break the rail, Snow Crash? This is crazy. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. I'm going to need a quartz. No, maybe I don't. I don't need a quartz slab for this. Oh, I can use a slab. That'll save some blocks. Soul sand is going to be the special thing that does it. And I don't know where I saw this. I used to do it with lower half slabs, but the soul sand works in a similar way. I think, look, it was done a long time ago, like 2 years ago someone invented this. I think I may have seen it on Woolly Creeper's channel as he reinvented something. But anyway, you'll see what happens in a moment. Now, let's just grab some... Wow, there's just inventory issues here. Right. So if we bring that along and put a powered rail down there, that should... now, how are we going to... See, the problem with all this tight, compact redstone here is you end up powering something and then it locks a hopper and, yeah, that kind of thing. So I've got a feeling that, yeah, I can't power this from behind. No, because it'll lock. Yeah, so we're going to do it from here. I think that should work. Okay, so that's good. How does the cart get into there? I'll explain that in a moment, but that should collect, yeah, that should collect the cart. I think it will anyway. What we will do is we need some more quartz. This time we do need a quartz block. Yeah, I don't want the carts. Yeah, I want them to stay completely in here like that. Okay, we're almost done. We're just going to need some ordinary rails here and here. And I think, let's just have a look here. That fires that. That'll fall down there. All right, what we're going to do is we need a little bit more powered rail here, I think. Especially to test this thing. Okay, now once again, how are we going to get under here? Let's just look where that is, that block. If we power that, it's away from there, it won't lock. I don't want the droppers getting locked on or anything like that. I think I can squeeze. There's my levers, and if I put... All right, that looks like it's lit up. Good. Okay, this is just about coming together here. All right. To test this, the carts have to come in at a reasonable speed for this to work. But look, we'll try it. Let's grab some carts here. Move that. No, not in there. There. Okay. So let's just put one on, and then I'll show you what happens. Yeah, it all happens very quickly. So let me explain. The cart comes in, and what happens is it comes off the rail into this soul sand. Now, as you know, soul sand you drop down. If I see how I'm moving up and down like that, soul sand actually has a hitbox that is lower than a normal block. Once the cart is sort of inside the block space, the rail below will just suck it through, and the cart actually goes down onto the rail there, continues going forward, smashes into the cactus, it gets collected, and it's all awesome. So, in theory, now that was all empty, we just built it. We should get, since I'm pretty happy about that, we will now just put, we'll just pop a couple carts in there, and another one like that. And another one like that. And it looks like it's collecting them. All right, that should be 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's working like an absolute gem. So there you have it, people. A little bit of a lovely little contraption, and that allows us to cover all this up, make it all flat and flush. You can do it another way, as I said a few minutes ago. You can replace these soul sands with a lower half slab, which sort of does the same thing. The cart falls off and gets sort of within this block space, which then this powered rail can suck it through. But it doesn't look as good because you've got this, well, it's sort of, yeah, that's brown, this is white, I don't know. I think keeping it flush is probably a better thing. So that seems to be working good. What I'm going to do is get ourselves set up, get this all covered up, and take a trip back. And actually what we've got to do is put an activator rail on here as well so that it releases us, because I've just realised if I fly in here on a cart, I stay in the cart and I'll suffocate in this block. And if you don't believe me, how about we do it? Because I know watching Snow Crash suffocate is probably a pretty funny thing, because I can predict the future here. Here we go. Okay, that didn't quite work. Yeah, so let me just work out where to put an activator rail here, because we're tight. We've not got a lot of space here. So I'm going to do that, and actually, you know what? Let's just do it right now. I've just seen the perfect spot for it. Get rid of this rail and put down an activator rail here. And I've got a suspicion that I can... Where's my levers? Am I blind? Where are my levers? Have I dropped a whole bundle of levers? Where are they? There's the levers. Okay. We will power this guy here. All right. Now that should eject us off the out of the cart before the cart gets collected. Okay. I'm going to tidy all this up, get this working, take a trip in, and make sure it's all happening. Okay, just tidying up around the outside here, and, well, I forgot that, well, this lever's here and I can't cover it over. So once again, we've got this problem where now how are we going to power that activator rail when we come under here and it's all a mess, and if we put something anywhere, it's going to break something. So just looking here, if we put a lever here, that's powered that. I hope it's not locked the hoppers. See what I mean, guys? This is what it's all about. Redstone fun. Yay. Looks okay. If we throw a cart down, let's just check under here, that little dispenser there. Get that stuff out of there. So that's empty. And if we put a cart down and get down here and then have a look at the dispenser, there's the cart. So it looks like it is actually still collecting from there, and that hopper's not locked, which is fantastic. I am a bit worried about this air block here. That should be closed to make it reliable, but we're going to have to live with it. There's no other way that I can power this. Normally this circuit is a lot longer, and you can stretch out these functions and they don't overlap and you don't power one thing and stuff like that. But I want to keep this, nice and compact and lined up and looking awesome. Anyway, I reckon we're good. I'll keep tidying this up and back in a sec. Okay, I'm now down at the other end, the longer ramp here, and you can see I've finished off this area here. And what is under there? A torch or something, I don't know. All right, well, that's okay. Mystery hidden torches are gone now. So I'm down the other end. Here's the ramp. It's only 2 wide, and you know why, because up the top here it doesn't work with 3. We've got our lighting in. There's no spawnable spaces. I've got to finish the auto cart thing here, but I basically wanted to give this a go. Now, with this ramp, we probably have enough momentum to get all the way to the other end with a single cart. So here we go. Let's rock it down here, turn down the noise, and we probably will make it to the top, which is good. But certainly on the other way, you wouldn't be able to do it with one cart. So we come up here, we get thrown off, the cart goes in, and it didn't come out.
Epic fail.
Well, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, okay. Redstone. Yeah, okay. Well, that's really bad. So we will just throw a card on there. Let's see if it comes out. Okay, well, we got some sort of problem. So back in a moment. Yeah, okay, so it's this thing here. You need the solid block next to this powered rail because, in case you didn't know, when there's a solid block next to a powered rail and there's a cart on it, the cart will automatically start to travel in the opposite direction of the block. We don't have a block here, so the carts are just sort of sitting on the track here. How am I going to fix that and power this at the same time? Could use a redstone block maybe. All right, leave it with me. I'll find a solution. Okay. Not saying I'm giving up, because I don't, but trying to activate this rail, power this rail, and keep that solid block there, or a solid block there. I don't know. Maybe my brain isn't working properly, but I can't think of a way and have this covered up at the same time. I could put the activator rail here so you sort of get ejected out on the stairs here, but it's not very professional, is it? When you come roaring in and you sort of get ejected out here. Not so happy about that. So I can use a bit of a trick of redstone if I put back a solid block here, power this like that, get out of here. Now this block's powered. If I put a blob of redstone there, it should power. Yeah. Geez, that looks ugly. Look, I think we're going to have to live with it until I actually have a think about it. And this is why we don't do these things and record them at the same time. Yeah, because someone's just going to come along and go, what's this redstone? You know. But, yeah, it works. It's working, right? So until I work out either move the activator. I mean, once again, I could extend this whole thing one block further and that wouldn't be a problem. But I don't know. It's not going to look as good, is it? So I'm going to go back over. We're going to try this one more time, make sure all these dispensers are all clear of any junk, and come back and test number 2. Okay, test number 2. On goes the cart, down I go, and let's see how it goes this time. And then what we'll actually do is do a double cart return and see how that unpowered double cart goes. Up we go, we get ejected, cart goes in there. This was cleared out. Oh, okay, that's a lot better. Yeah, it was that solid block under there made all the difference. Now, how am I going to get... I'm going to have to get 2 carts in here. Is that going to work? Hopefully it will. Put another one on there. No. Oh, God damn it. Come back here. All right. Go back up here. Put this guy on. All right, this time we're going to nudge him that way. All right, now hopefully I might have to click this twice. Yep, all right, there's definitely 2 carts there. I can see it. In we go. Okay. Houston, we have a problem. All right, so we do have a problem. Remember back in the last episode where I set this up and I had a solid block here and I said, oh, you've got to initiate the carts at the same time, send them off at the same time. Well, that is a thing, and as beautiful as this nice flush thing works, I think we're screwed. I think we're not going to be able to use it, because if I send 2 carts in there, okay, if we get 2 carts out like that. Oh, by the way, you only need to click this once. Once there's some carts in the system, you only need to click it once. It's just because we've got 2 trying to travel all the way through the hopper chain there. If I get in and push forward like this, the carts don't stay together, which means it isn't going to work. Well, this is working. It just looks glitched. Okay. We just made it. And there goes the other cart. But it doesn't work all the time because the carts aren't starting at exactly the same time, and that's our problem. So I'm not really sure how we're going to fix that. I'm going to have a think about it. So I'm not really sure how to fix this because it just isn't reliable. If I get in again and push, yeah, see, there you go. The cart detaches, and if it's not in this one, even a little bit, we're running out of power, see? We will not make it up the ramp. So although the double cart system works, definitely works, I've tested it in here on survival multiplayer and on single player. It needs this solid block here because when this rail activates, this block, because it's there, sends the carts at exactly the same time. And without that, I think latency's got something. How's my... Yeah, well, I'm only 1 bar down, but the latency's meaning the carts are separating. I'm going to chew on this and come up with something. All right, for the moment, I'm going to go against all my, the whole reason for using the double cart thing. I'm going to go against all that, and I'm going to use a few powered rails down here, which will give us enough momentum to get to the other end. And have a think about this in a little bit more detail. I mean, the concept is fine, but the implementation of it here has some problems. So what I will do now is just get in here and effectively change this to a single pulse like that. So we're just trying to get out of here, and we're just going to dispense 1 cart. Now, I don't think there's any carts in there at the moment. No, there's not. And we will tidy this up and hopefully give it one last run. Test number 3. Okay, back over here, final test number 3, jump in, push forward, off we go. And I have added just a few powered rails at this end because, ramps. There we go, up we go, and off we go. So that direction works fine, and we will go back down, and because the ramp's larger, we already know that it gets to the other side. So we come down the tunnel here, and this cart station should just work. Kick me off, collect the cart, and ready to dispense another one, which is there. So this is now functionally working, not quite exactly the way I had originally intended, but yeah, and this is starting to, the OCD would be kicking in big time. I mean, you could probably get over there and power that one, have a double dot action there, but I'm going to have a chew on that. I don't think there's too many ways of fixing it. I may just have to extend... I don't know. Maybe we could move this dispenser here and keep that there and just get a 2 gap here. I don't know. I'm going to have a think about it. All right, let me work out what is next on the agenda and come back to you with that. All right, guys. Well, we're just about at the end of this journey because I'm at the pinnacle end and I've completed the same system. and I actually fixed this problem with the activator rail, the ejector rail. And I'll show you that in a moment. But, you know, I'm not that OCD, but this symmetry problem here is, yeah, it's going to drive me insane. So I'm going to tidy that up probably off camera before the next episode. I think all I'm going to do is add another set of quartz here or something like that just to balance it out and get it, yeah, too wide even numbers. It's not so great. But at the moment, let's push the button and get in the cart and go back to the other side. And I'll show you very quickly how I fix the activator rail, and because I know I'll get 500 comments asking how did you do it. So let's rock it up here. And all right, so as you remember, I had the activator rail here, and it was impossible to light up the soul sand. There was for some reason, yeah, without activating this block, which then locked hoppers. And anyway, this is how I fixed it, guys. I swapped it to here. So I put a regular rail here, moved the activator rail to here. And what I did was just put a redstone torch on the side of this dropper here. These droppers are always pulsed to send the card up. And by putting a torch on the side there, this activator rail is always on, so when the cart comes in, you get ejected off, and then it gets retrieved down here. That's all cool. But when you actually push a button, it just very, very intermittently, it just goes off for a very short space, which doesn't matter. I mean, the chances of a cart coming in at the time somebody pushes the button is not even remotely imaginable. So it's sort of using, you know, we're sort of recycling a circuit here and using that. And it works. It's not locking any hoppers or anything, and it's working perfectly. So I just wanted to leave that open so I could show you. And also that I'm out of time. I've been messing around with this for hours, guys, but that's okay because I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. And if you did, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, push the subscribe button because we do a lot of good stuff around here. For now, this has been Snow Crash. I'll catch you later. Cheers.